Local News Panorama.
The winner of last month's presidential election in Ghana, John Dramani Mahama, was sworn in for his second term as president on Tuesday in Accra during a ceremony attended by several African heads of state and government. Before winning his first term, Mr. Mahama served as president of Ghana in 2012 when President John Evans Atta Mills died in office. He won a presidential election a few months later. A 66-year-old replaces Nana Akufo-Addo, who steps down after serving 2 terms, continuing Ghana's democratic tradition. Analysts and supporters of Mr. Mahama's National Democratic Congress, or NDC, say his political experience and a 2/3 majority in parliament has a strong mandate to take tough decisions and implement credible policies to improve livelihoods and regain investor confidence. Parts of Guinea's capital, Conakry, were locked down on Tuesday as civil society and opposition groups protested the ruling junta's missed deadline to launch a return to democracy. Guinea is one of several West African countries where the military has taken power and delayed a return to civilian rule. Colonel Mamadi Doumbouya, the junta leader in power since 2021, agreed in 2022 to launch a democratic transition on the 31st of December 2024. However, the expiration of that deadline came with more promises. In his New Year's message, Mr. Doumbouya said, without committing to a date, that a decree for a constitutional referendum would be signed to launch the democratic process. Activists and opposition groups condemned the announcement as a ploy to prolong the military rule. In a statement late on Monday, the first wave, the Guinea coalition group, asked Guineans to stay indoors as a form of protest and accused the junta of holding Guinea hostage. In Nigeria, at least 46 people, including women and children, were kidnapped in a raid on Ghana town in the country's northwest Zamfara state. Residents and a local traditional leader said on Tuesday the attack, which follows a severe mass kidnapping in the state last month, occurred on Sunday night with dozens of gunmen on motorbikes, unleashing a barrage of gunfire on the community. Northwest Nigeria has been plagued by armed gangs known locally as bandits who routinely terrorize communities, leaving a trail of death and kidnappings. Their victims include residents, farmers, students and motorists who are often held for ransom. Staying in Nigeria, an improvised explosive device detonated at a school on the outskirts of the federal capital Abuja on Monday, killing 2 people who were handling the bomb and injuring 2 others, police said. Mauritius has issued an arrest order for its former finance minister, Tadayachi, in relation to a probe into alleged embezzlement. The police notice published in local newspapers on Tuesday comes days after the arrest of the former central bank governor, Havish Sigolam. Mr. Sigolam was released on bail over the weekend after he was detained on Friday and charged with conspiracy to commit fraud. The arrest order against the former finance minister and the charging of the former central bank chief were the first major moves by the government of Prime Minister Navin Ramgoolam. Mr. Ramgoolam has accused the previous administration of falsifying GDP, budget deficit, and public debt figures for years. Stay tuned to the Africa service of Vatican Radio.
And now, our feature, Justice in Peace.